I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Ain't it a pay a ginger chips at me power chow. Say enye mape ginger chips dear. Eh? And yeah, then I worry. And it just something say you were in powdered form like this. Ain't it say we will be out pay green tea to send me near me green tea and I made be egum. Na se me pese me munch on something so any me saka no na marry. Would you wouldn't share no? Google about a ginger and you see the health benefit of ginger. But need just some say the organic honey and I come and I yet mape ginger chips myself. So America, it comes in a pouch like this. Into more American na move to me afre
862-215-2007.
Good. Ofra you be deliver ye dia more kama. So wo Ghana so a be patch ofre
0277-609-644.
Mape ginger chips dear OBA here. I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Ain't it a pay a ginger chips at me power chow. Say enye mape ginger chips dear. Eh? And yeah, then I worry. And it just something say you were in powdered form like this. Ain't it say we will be out pay green tea to send me near me green tea and I made be egum. Na se me pese me munch on something so any me saka no na marry. Would you wouldn't share no? Google about a ginger and you see the health benefit of ginger. But need just some say the organic honey and I come and I yet mape ginger chips myself. So America, it comes in a pouch like this. Into more American na move to me afre
862-215-2007.
Good. Ofra you be deliver ye dia more kama. So wo Ghana so a be patch ofre
0277-609-644.
Mape ginger chips dear OBA here. I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Ain't it a pay a ginger chips.
And Lord God said, let us make man in our own image, in our likeness. A man represents God on earth. The handsome man on this wonderful Afromax t-shirt has a message for men, supported by all women in our part of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it is all about Afromax Plus. Afromax Plus is a supplement for men that helps you keep a good, healthy prostate. This supplement I'm talking about helps you to deal with optimization of blood circulation. The same thing helps you nourish your liver and your kidney as a man. It will fight your premature ejaculation, not forgetting improving a quality spermatozoa, and will combat for you your oxidation stress. All these are in this supplement called Afromax Plus. If you are a man and you want to live a prostrate-free life, I bring to you the message of hope. Call me now and order your Afromax Plus right now, either on the local line 0277 609 644. I repeat, 0277 609 644. You can call me on WhatsApp. You can send me a message on WhatsApp, and immediately I'll respond to send you your order immediately. Or if you also find yourself in America, 862-215-2007. You can WhatsApp, or better still, 202-412-5332. All these numbers will assist you to order in any parts of the world. Remember, for a healthy, prostrate-free life, go for Afromax Plus. Afromax Plus. A man needs a second chance. Thank you.
My name is Councillor George Lutford, an award-winning counselor whose life is impactful in society, a health practitioner and a lover of women, loves counseling, a sex therapist, the owner and the CEO of Orgasm Conference in Ghana and beyond. We've done Orgasm Conference in America. We've not done it in UK, but we've done it in 3 states in America. And as I sit now, I'm putting things together that, God willing, November, we're going to have Orgasm Conference in America. Oh, I thought you were going to clap for me for Orgasm Conference in America. So we're going to do Orgasm Conference. The importance of the Orgasm Conference is going to happen here because sex education is very, very, very important. Having said all these things, I have a serious issue at hand and I want to address it. Yesterday when I came to tell you, let's address health issues beyond politics, because His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, is doing well. Why am I saying he's doing well? Away from politics, the country is in a shape where all of us feels proud that we are Ghanaians. He's doing a lot to make sure that his tenure of office until he retires will have a lot of legacy left with a good continuation. The good thing about the president or our current president is the fact that he's doing a continuation of a lot of the projects that the predecessor, President Nana Akufo-Addo, did. Today I heard, if it's a dead news, then it might be a dead news to you, but it's a fresh news to me, that the Minister of Health was in Parliament and giving clarity on the Agenda 111 projects, how many the government have decided to embark on. And he was giving criteria by which they used to choose the continuation of the Agenda 1111 projects. He said those ones that are in 70% completion, they will complete it. Those ones that are in an environment where there are no district hospitals and there's no proper hospital structure, the government have decided that they will focus on the Agenda 111 projects so that those communities will have a befitting hospital. So they have not abandoned the projects of Agenda 111. Afariwa, the 37 hospital in Kumasi, they've also assured us that the one at Bechele and everyone, they are going to deal with it. It means that health has become important for all of us to pursue. Remember that yesterday, the Miss Bell saga, the investigation is going on, and the report may be published or not. I'm using the word may because under the patient charter, the right of the patient content is rightly reserved with the family. So whatever they discover, they will discuss with the family. If there was anything that was not done right by a health practitioner, by the practitioners, we will deal with them. When I say we, I'm talking about government, I'm talking about the health ministry, I'm talking about the public. We'll make sure that heads will roll. However, if there was anything that was the cause of death, or there was something that was part, that was not negligence, but services was rendered well, but it was a natural call to death, we will not announce it by the Public Act and the patient charter. You cannot put anybody's diagnostics in the public domain. So Miss Bell and the family, definitely they will call them to address issues. So that issues that Miss Bell raised, we will make sure that we will deal with it and it will not happen again. But like I said yesterday, if the hospital has the bed capacity already full, especially at the emergency department. Korle Bu emergency department is doing 70 beds with trolleys and structures. It is not an admission bay. Unfortunately for us, when we say the triage, TRIAG section is where we have the red, the yellow, the green, and the black. The red is danger. The yellow means it's not very, very danger like the beginning. And the green means you are recovering to be admitted. Black means you are dead. Now, these health tips must be understood by anybody going to an emergency department in the whole world. The triage is a color coding that all health professionals knows, just like electrical engineering. Now, when you meet brown, you meet blue, you meet white, you meet red, you know what it means in electrical engineering wiring. It means that when you see red, red can be used for light, white can be used for light, brown can be used as a switch wire. When you see blue and you see black, you know that it is neutral. If you see yellow, you know yellow or green is meant for earth. Now, these color codings are very essential in electrical engineering. So once you study electrical engineering, every switch you open, you can work on it. So I walk to America, my switch is faulty, I open it, I solved it. The breakers went off. As an electrical technician, I was able to solve it because of the color coding. Same here when it comes to health, that when you go into a hospital sector, the dustbins also gives you what takes sharp objects, what take medical waste, what takes normal waste. The colors are important. So when you enter into an emergency place in a hospital where it is not an admission bay, but it's a triage, the triage area has what we call the red, has the yellow, has the green, and has the black. Each of them have what it means to the health professionals who are within it. So watch it here. In an emergency state, it's not first come, first serve. I repeat, in an emergency state, it's not first come, first serve. The stage of the patient, the stage and the state of the patient determines an attention regardless of who came first. So if you rush a patient in, for example, who is bleeding, who is going through pain and is making noise, Ajay, mewo, emio, monshame, mutimiade, emia, it's paining me, oh my God, oh, I will die, oh. The patient has been brought in and is making noise, screaming in pain or screaming in exaggeration. All of a sudden, another patient is brought in, giddy with the ambulance. When the patient got in there, we can see that there's BP. The patient is not talking. The eye is open. The heart is pumping, but she's not conscious. Between the one screaming and the one who we can't find the vitals acting well, who do we treat first? This is not preferential treatment. It's the triage area or the emergency entrance area. Between these two common patients I gave you, the one screaming and the one who is just quiet and is losing it, we will attack the condition of the one who is quiet and not the one making noise. But believe you me, the patients of the one who is making noise are very stressed and they are worried that what is happening they don't like. Their patient is in pain. Because when a patient is going through pain and is making noise, one of the secrets that happens to you is that there is a particular something, is a hormone in your body which acts as a mirror. It's the same hormone that when I yawn right now, automatically you watching me 5,000 miles, you will yawn. It's a mirror hormone in our system. So when a family member brings a patient and the patient is screaming, is crying and going through pain, the tendency of all of them going through the same pain, as if they are dosing pain, will cause them to react without the understanding of the triage. That everybody must understand that in an emergency situation, you allow nurses and doctors to work. These things must be incorporated in our educational calendar. So that when I was going to school, those many years in Form 4, we were taken to a place according to our school book. The school book we read in class 6 was a visit to Asesewa Market, and a visit to the police station, a visit to the mosque, and a visit to the hospital. Now, we even had a visit to the airport. So we're going to the airport to stand under, they made a space for us to watch it. Now, this was curriculum within our basic education to help us acclimatize ourselves with nurses and doctors, the way the hospital ran, the way we visit. I remember we went to Korle Bu Teaching Hospital when I was very young to go and visit patients, and they give us visiting hours. When we give them oranges, we give them fruits. We saw what it means to go and visit a patient, visiting hours, and when we were sacked many years ago. I don't forget. In my close to 60 years, the memory is in my head. So my love for things in the hospital was also generated because my mother was working in a hospital. My father was the one who built Pantan Hospital. So I had some interest in the hospital area. One day I'll write a book, and I'll write myself, and I'll tell you who I am. Because now most of you don't even know who I am. All you know about me is that I am the Afro-Max man. And it's true. I'm helping men bring back to their personal life and good vitality, taking care of their prostate, taking care of their male organ, their heart, their liver, their kidney. Please order Afro-Max Plus. Now, all these things I'm sharing with you, it is for understanding at the triage section of the emergency. It means that it's not first come, first serve. However, every patient received at the emergency bay will be taken care of. And like I said yesterday, the entry of a patient at the emergency bay, it is either by somebody that had an accident, they rush them to the place, regardless of Korle Bu being a teaching hospital, our tragic or our triage or our emergency place receives patients that were knocked down by a motor, that had an accident within the proximity, they bring them to us. We don't need a referral. Number 2, we also receive referrals from other smaller hospitals who believe that the patient they are managing needs a further care that can only be found at nowhere but the nearest teaching hospital, which is Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. Do you get it? So Korle Bu doesn't refer to Ridge, a regional hospital. Korle Bu doesn't refer to UGMC. Korle Bu doesn't refer to 37. But all these particular hospitals I've mentioned, their referral point is Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. So most of the time, this year when we're doing the report, one of the good things that happened was that mortality was below what happened in 2024. So we're happy. Even though we don't want to have any mortality, not even one. This time, Korle Bu had one, which is cases that are managed by Korle Bu. And I think there was 16 or 8, I don't have the data here now, that came from outside, cases that were managed outside and came in there. So usually you hear sad event occurred at Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. The patients were not with us. Most of them are referred cases. There are times that before the cases will get to us, they've gotten to the road of black, and then we'll lose them. And once we go and do the coroner's intake report, they say that death occurred at Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. I am not speaking for Korle Bu, but I'm telling you the state that most of you hear things about Korle Bu and you feel that Korle Bu is a bad place. I want to assure you, there's no bad hospital in Ghana, but the best hospital I have seen in the whole Ghana is Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. You can get everything there. All consultants, most of our medical practitioners are trained in Korle Bu. So more of the times, you become the guinea pig for study. So Korle Bu is safe. Korle Bu is not a bad place. And let's not paint a wrong picture of Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. From the children's block, the surgical block, the maternity block, and all other departments in Korle Bu. Let me tell you, we don't admit at an emergency place. When we realize that you have moved from red to yellow, we monitor you with the bed. So you move to green. And if your case is a surgical case, if your case is a medical case, when the medical people are called, they review, and then we take you to the medical block, or the surgical block, or the maternity block, or the children's block, or we take you to the plastic surgery, or take you to what we call it, the oncology section, or the urology. So, you know, the Korle Bu structure itself, from the emergency 24-hour hospital, is a whole 24-hour hospital. So the face of the hospital is the emergency. Once they check on you, then they release you in your green to be admitted or to see a specialist after discharge. So the emergency department comprises of a gynecologist, a urologist, a medical, a general practitioner, almost all the sections have their representative at the emergency unit, so that when they clerk you, they can release you out of vitals to the specialists who are there. So the safest place I know so far is not any of the hospitals that have been built and have been mentioned, except Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. So let's not run it down with our commentary, with our comments, and whatever it is. Number two, look, if you mind the body, you have a problem because the engine is intact. The workers in the hospital have experienced and seen a lot of issues. Majority of the local clinic you attend, they are based on nice doctors who operate in those hospitals where they do the local are from Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. My friend, the one who is the current CEO and the leader of UGMC was trained from Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. He was my buddy in the Scripture Union. So I want us not to come on social media and do our rantings and run down Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. The government is doing its part. Korle Bu is doing its part. And if you've not been to Korle Bu in an emergency situation and been saved before, you would think people are saying this as a political statement. Let me encourage all of you that if you have any help, bring it to Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. Currently, as I'm speaking to you, we are what we call the eye bank. It's the only place we have in Africa. It's East Africa, Ethiopia to be, Addis Ababa to be precise. Why don't we have some in West Africa? We don't have a space. Currently, Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, the Lion Eye Center, Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, has a space. We are looking for investors to come and build the first ultra-modern eye bank where the cornea can be saved, so that in the whole of West Africa, whoever wants it will not have to fly to US, UK, and find the eye bank, or wait once every year where an aircraft comes to park at the airport, so that we'll be able to go through another process of getting the surgeons working the aeroplane to do the eye retina correction for people. So you see the need we have. I am proud. I am a proud young boy who is working in Korle Bu, just that I don't speak for them. As I came to America, I am begging the rich men here, can we come back to Korle Bu to build the eye bank for us? So if you're watching me, I'm pleading with you. We need to build a structure, a 6-story building, to make sure that Korle Bu too has an eye bank. Because currently, one of the best surgeries in Ghana, when it comes to eye clinic, happens at Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. I am not advertising the place. Look, I know what I'm talking about. So when I'm talking about Korle Bu, and I keep repeating, I'm not talking for Korle Bu. I'm not talking for Miss Bell. I'm not talking for government. I am talking as George Lutrot, a proud citizen of the Republic of Ghana. I love Ghana to the bit. And I love the health. So the tragic place where Miss Bell's sister's issue occurred should not give us the right to insult. That's not right. Please, I am pleading with you. Don't take advantage of the reportage from Miss Bell and begin to insult because it is wrong. Don't do that. Why am I saying don't do that? Because if you do that, you are shooting yourself in the foot. What they did for Miss Bell's sister, when the report comes out, you will come and give us a gift. Just that it's unfortunate that we lost it per the report that is coming out. Nobody did wrong, and I can't say here because the report must be given to the family, and they have to now say whether what they are saying against what they said, especially what Miss Bell said. So the emergency place, the situation of death is not no bed. It is when they don't give you attention. Because unfortunately for us, when they put you on a plastic chair, they'll bring you back alive. Korle Bu is doing well. It might not be the standard you are going through here in the diaspora, but we are doing our best. We are doing our best with a lot of good medical practitioner act. Go to LECMA. I was shocked that LECMA has, the LECMA that John Mahama built has a traditional, or what you call herbal clinic at the LECMA hospital. So John Mahama's foresight with health, nobody can beat it. This is not politics. I've been in the health sector. The retooling of medical equipment ever since I became a biomedical clinical technician, the man of the moment that has supplied us most expensive and high quality medical equipment is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So with him and health, I am too positive. This is not to say that Akufo-Addo didn't do anything. No. I am saying what I have seen. Because if you come to Korle Bu for example, our MRI, which happens to be the best in the world, we have one in Korle Bu. We have a 360 slide CT scan machine. When we say 360 slides, there were only 10 in the system. His Excellency John Mahama brought one to Korle Bu, built from scratch, and gave us a CT scan unit with this particular machine. The whole world is a top-notch. Mammogram, same. So he built an image center with a top-notch. When you hear the word Atmos medical equipment, when you hear the word Draeger medical equipment, these type of equipment are like Mercedes-Benz in medical science. These were the equipment that His Excellency John Mahama brought to the hospitals, brought to Rich Hospital, brought to most of the hospital in 2012 for the retooling. This is not politics. Health. Because when you come to the hospital, nobody seeks for your party pad. Your party card. Give me any party pad. This is not campaign. This is not vote for John Mahama. No, that's not what I'm doing. I am building the confidence in you about Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, Rick's Teaching Hospital, and the other hospitals in Ghana. Somebody made a statement in the US, and I'm very offended. What sort of loose talk is that? What about Ghana? When you brochira benti, would you benkum echira ma many over perfie? Shana na me ntiauka. Because in Koma Yedinu, a bit not to be out. And I Miss Bell sister. Me am tige. Me shiwa, me ni anu ayade kasa. And she said, oh yeah, ayasabi abeni. Can you imagine how many presidents came and then they continue the project their predecessor have done, especially when the person is not from the same party? Our constitution says, Article 35, that it lies within the president who has been elected to continue all projects if available funds are there for them to do. So it gives them a clause if they want to continue. There's no obligation in our constitution to continue projects that your predecessor has started. There's nothing like that. And we love it that way. But His Excellency John Mahama came, he's doing the motorway roads, he's doing the Insawam road, he's doing a lot of the things. So we are saying that John Mahama have made us see that the next time an NPP government comes, whatever NDC government have started, they will continue. This is not politics. I'm discussing health. Don't make me angry. I sit in America. He are speaking loose. Ghana Ebola. Nyamifa born in Chow. Sasa mna catch them. Muti murem. Nyamifa born in Chow. Yeye ti murem. Maybe outi. Maybe outi. Ko na hwe obenkumo. Nya bola leguo. Ghana pa na bola leguo. Enye se so se o ma ticket an kanaka wo. Want to say one thing. Yeah, ko baby. New York. Downtown area, baby. A bon juice. Amu bi omu kotia sebio. No mu juice. Awa bon thing. Ye chiwa de ebe ma ticket. Ya nchi wunti. Eti suban na mu kremu no. Mo nsesa ye. Ehu na mu esuro na mu suro. Adata fo na egu ano. Omo ye say adata fo egu Ghana. Wana ga tira. Wana dada. Unless for na egu Ghana no. Unso mo ba ha. Omo ye adwuma ti se mponche. Because training ye dia maye ye nda. Ghana ni ba na ma. Or ye more than 72 hours a day. Ofia no ko. Broni be ne was ahode. Boys ni jai delivery no. What's na nyama che. O order nyama. Na ya sa cancel reshipping. Because Ghanaian boys are not lazy boys. They are not lazy boys. Eti men dream say Ghana yeti murem yeti bola so. Eti doctors no more no. Omuni muhwe. Please. For any form. Honey o. Oba ho na besra yadi webele. So me mawati say the health system is not collapsed, has not collapsed, and will not collapse. Not under John Mahama. That would be a shame for John Mahama. Because a lot of the structures were built by him. His Excellency Nana Dankwa started Agenda 111. Unfortunately, the people disappointed him. They didn't finish the project. Mama comes right now, and the 111, he's taking almost 35 to complete them. Can't we clap for him because of health? So if Miss Bell voted for NDC and have lost a sister in Kolebu, and she's crying and say, "Me, I'm buying." Why do you take health as politics? I won't blame you. Some of our politicians too, when they are campaigning, they use health for campaigning. But hear me, when you come to Kolebu Teaching Hospital, I don't know other facilities. Do they ask for your party card before they treat you? So emergency, where Miss Bell lost the sister, it's not an admission bay. It is a triage area where we check your red, move you to yellow, move you to green, and then release you for admission in your department, and your consultant will take care of you. The black is when you are dead, then we take you to the morgue. Hear me. Kolebu was built in 1866, if I'm right, or 1966, one of the 66. We are 100 years. We're 100 years, so you can calculate it and see. When Gottisbeck was establishing or was officially opening the hospital, most of the speech he wrote gave us confidence that we will not fly to a nearby countries to seek for help. and it's been sold. I've not seen a patient flew from Ghana to Nigeria for medical attention. It's not done. But people are brought from our West African neighbors to Korle Bu. Let me clap for Professor Frimpong Boateng. The Cardiothoracic Center became a center of attraction for international people to come and do heart surgery. They come to Korle Bu to do heart surgery in Ghana. People leave America, UK, come to Ghana to do IVF. People come to Ghana to come and do breast cancer surgery in Ghana. We did our first kidney transplant. The patient is there working there. Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, the mother of all the hospital, biggest hospital in West Africa, hear me, has a staff strength of about 5,000 currently, 5,200 or 4,800, currently speaking. It's a community on its own. The nurses and doctors there, they are too trained to become a misbehavior ground for any patients. So what happened to Miss Bell's sister is still being investigated, but it doesn't mean that the hospital is porous, is gone bad. I saw a report, still on health, about 300,000, 400 and something number of people are HIV positive in Ghana. I've not seen a regional chart, but I have a small feel of the gender chart and the age. I saw a post that the security recruitment had over 1,300 of those young ones who applied to become security officers who are already HIV positive. Hear me. The 300,000 that Ghana AIDS Commission is speaking about is reported cases. As you watch me here, when was the last time you did your VCT? You know what is VCT? Abner Sugar Stars. Thank you, my love. Do you know what VCT? VCT is voluntary counseling and testing. When was the last time you did your VCT? When was the last time you checked your HIV status? How careless have you become when it comes to HIV awareness, creation in your own life and the life of others? I felt sad and I felt disappointed because as a pure educator and an HIV counselor who was trained with the taxpayers' money through PPAG Ghana, and I was part of the Young and Wise located at the Tibiokoshi and other places. One of my colleagues right now is an MP at Ododio. Yes. The guy that was working with me. We're working everywhere. We're counseling people. I was running churches here and there, giving HIV education. I have stopped. I feel guilty. Why should the youth of Ghana, who will hold the future for us, already living with HIV/AIDS, not transmitted from a mother to a child? Because the age bracket given to us, 15 years to 40 years, it means that it was not acquired from parents. They did something wrong to be positive. Virginity now is nothing. Abstinence is nothing. As we speak, sex and body count is the order of the day. We came to meet prostitution as a noble profession. We cannot stop prostitution, but we can make sure that this deadly, uncurable current disease called HIV and AIDS will not spread. I watch a young girl who was able to pick up a video and said, I am HIV positive from a Galamsey site. And when I realize I am positive, I am going back to the Galamsey site and will make sure I will give it to everybody at the place. What mentality is this? We don't talk about HIV/AIDS again. I have a show on Wound to Me TV called Wound to Me in Kawasem. Every day I discuss health matters. On my show, I do it as Abna. But I think I feel guilty. And our educational calendar, we should bow our heads in shame. Our TV stations, our radio stations, we have not done well with the advocacy and the education and the campaign against prevention of HIV and AIDS virus in our bodies. The ABCD, we don't talk about it anymore. Abstain, be faithful, or use condom. Mother to child transmission is the problem. And you are watching me now. Do you know your status? A young woman was rushed to the hospital. Whether she was in the know that she was an HIV patient, I don't think she knew. She was not well and was rushed to the Rich Hospital. The doctors were doing everything. The one senior consultant walked in and said, with the rejection of all medication, let her run a utero test. When we did a test, she was HIV final stage positive. Whether she knew and she didn't tell anybody or she didn't know, we didn't have an idea about it. But everybody around her was treating her like a sister, like a wife, like a mother, without recourse to gloves, rubber, when she had a sore. In our training, once you are diagnosed that you are HIV positive, a very confident family member of yours must be aware, so you are assisted in taking your antiretroviral drug, and you can take that drug and you'll be 20 years on earth. I have HIV patients who are 18 years since they were diagnosed. Some are 15, some are 10 years. There are some that they are on their antiretroviral drug, and for that matter, they are not multiplying the virus intake. And mind you, the medication is totally free. So why would you be wicked to say, I am HIV positive, so I want everybody to have? There are patients who walk to us in the hospital and they know their status. They don't tell us. We hold them, we treat them. After they have left or they die, then diagnosis comes that they are HIV positive. If a mother is HIV positive, when we are doing delivery, there are a lot of things we add to our delivery process. It's not about stigmatization. It's about having the paper to know that this person is positive. So I need to live a certain life like this. An HIV positive man can marry. An HIV positive woman can marry. But this story is so alarming, it's so painful with the statistic that I saw. It's very painful, I'm telling you. Maybe you don't care, but I care. Very, 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 very heartbreaking. Let me see if I can find it for you. What is the current HIV statistics in Ghana, according to Ghana AIDS Commission? Total people living with HIV in Ghana currently is 334,721 people are the PLHIV, people living with HIV. National adult rate prevalence. Sorry, national adult prevalence rate. National adult prevalence rate is 1.49% among ages 15 to 49 years. How? How, Ghana? What are we talking about? A 15-year-old girl, a 15-year-old boy is already living with the HIV. How? Where did we get it wrong? We can't smile. The mode of transmission is what? How can a 15-year-old girl be HIV positive? I don't get it. We can't smile at these statistics. It can't be headline news and go. This is more dangerous than flood. This is more heartbreaking than any of the things the politicians are doing. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? That from 15 to 49 years of a nation, Ghana, there are young ones who are having HIV virus in their blood. How did they acquire it? And the girls are more. Yes, there are more women in our country than men. About 68.5%. Women and girls. %68.5%. Women and girls are representing close to 67.4% new infection from 15 years. Oh, Jesus. Hey, why are we all now getting old age diseases by the young ones? A 15-year-old girl, how did you become HIV positive? The protocols or the breakdown from the, what do you call it? The stigmatization? Is it the home discipline? Is it that we don't care? Is it a breakdown of parenting? How can a 15-year-old girl be HIV positive? At 15 years, how did you know what is called sexual intercourse? So abstinence was the key word for us. We broke our virginity at a very older age. Sex was far away from us. It might be a regret now, but it saved us from this nonsense pestilence. HIV is a nonsense pestilence. It's a plague. Where is the future of the nation? Well, we are empowering women, giving them 40%, and at 15 years, they are already HIV positive. I'm not saying that when you are HIV positive, you cannot do things, but it is one of the things that breaks down your immune system that you cannot operate fully. I'm worried. When we started in the year 2000, churches were inviting us to talk about this deadly virus. All of a sudden, they stopped us. I remember that UNDP with religious bodies through the Christian Council of Ghana requested HIV members or counselors to come forth for training so that every church or every locality will have an HIV counselor there that can constantly remind them of the protocol that leads to HIV and AIDS. And brother, my sister, we have failed. We have failed our generation. We have failed our generation. Shame on us. Every 1st December, I was organizing an HIV awareness campaign. I stopped. Why? Because I didn't have the funds. I encourage a lot of people to do VCT, voluntary counseling and testing, through BKT, an NGO that deals with Kiss Condom. This is what gave me the right to become unofficial ambassador for Kiss Condom. Because I was a strict advocate for HIV and AIDS. Where did we break down? What have we done to ourselves? Shame on us. Shame on us. I am scared. I am scared. Because all the important protocols that all of us needed to be able to prevent ourselves from this deadly infection. Unfortunately for us, unfortunately for us, all these things we have stopped. No awareness creation anymore. We are not doing anything. We are not doing anything. We are not doing anything. People, we are not doing anything. We are not. I feel sad. Konongo? Konongo Bia?
Good evening.
Now, what to say?
Pachonya Miado.
What's the echo?
Matthew.
What test me be that? Why you be that was as so?
Yes, at January, beginning of this month.
Shall we?
Last year, I guess.
Sister, shall we? Now, baby, I didn't come. And collect 15 years. 15, no. 15. Maybe 15, I mean, be a friend of Quatinico. Men can what me who. Abstinence was one of the basic cultural values for us. Now, say, your member at 15, about when 15 was GSS, me boy. GSS. And your HIV. If I hear go, abna, he found me here go. If you did the ko, abna echo. Akola kitadia. Ni mami bisa de so nyane he. Akola wo GSS. Akola wo SS1. Okita iPhone 17 Pro Max. One a tomano. Akola be jina social media. E bien anu kase. Menya ace. Me di memo bia. Ya no one is nambe. Adwin be nie. Hwɛ mo a mokɔ saloon ekoyi moni achi no mondwi o mo a yɛde blade yi moni achi mo a mo ne wanzamfo betwa mo nan saa nyama nketenkete e edi moja eba no edi yade ne nenam 15 years menti ase say 15 years to 49 years Ghana HIVs ewo mamu over 65 point something%. Emma. Oh God. Please provide the rest of the question of context. Make up na what if fa honko baby you keep you na you are Eyaw. Because it's 15 years or JSS. Sesia enkwala na atro mo so. Omo mo abstaining. Me ba be ya abstaining no sa abrante no ko hia no. What is the status? Ebi na konongo si wakoye yo. Enkrofo hin na ye. Na mo bisa konongo se. Okoye test ni wie ye. Nyame betumi ama na nyam. Onye biana. We are all careless. The protocols are broken. That's what the churches. Look, some of us, some of the churches, we have failed. Because you see, the power of God is no more in the word of God. It's in our current life. Me, Abra, I roam the whole of Accra. I went to almost all regions to Savalugu doing HIV education. I stopped because there's no more funds. Why? Because we're running on donor support. The government never made provision for us to continue HIV awareness campaign. Ghana Social Marketing Foundation was giving us free condoms to teach people how to use condoms. Ghana Social Marketing Foundation, with the HIV/AIDS Foundation, brought us female condoms just as part of prevention of unwanted pregnancy, unwanted STDs, and HIV. Women in Mokola bought their condoms cheap, removed their ring, and made it the bracelets for women to buy. Now you have women that they are bold enough that without knowing the status of a man, you have men who don't fear themselves, that when they meet a woman and it gives them access to have sexual intercourse and refuse condom, they are excited. I have guys who said, Charlie, I was using a condom and all of a sudden the guy pulled a condom off my male organ. Me, Charlie, they sweet me, so I don't say anything. Olu, o Jimmy, o Shegbelebe. It's painful. Age 15.
Age 15.
15. Ah.
15.
Now 15 years in the old HIV go ahead. 15 years, I'm not. Abna. Abna wona anya ntemma o. Abna bi a won nti anya ntemma o. Na tukwan. Insem wo me kan, me I block me dada. Afini abo 5 ama. Oh you. I think they are starting new one. You enter Councillor 1 as well.
Counselor, the condom issue that you are talking about, just say be opinion you know, when man cheat. No, bano, or I mean, ban has a declination condom in that, not also on pena. Advice that you give to the woman.
Madam, Dedi Kai. Memeti Kolebu Polyclinic. I'm here counseling. Na mami bi soa me house help. E buy. Say on person ni kunu beda bio. Isan say we di house help. Elon say house help no get man ni nkrofo bi di no. Enti gi say aye na HIV test. Na ni kunu so aba HIV test. Asem apene amadi kunu di. I'm see you. In the way test. Yeah, test ni wie ye. Yeah, ni kunu di no moja ba ye be yi. House help ni ba ye be yi. Say be man person to na wade so. Be man si ondi house help no. Ni didn't see we gidi. Yeah, no bie na no. So no so yen twi ono so ni moja. Na nya ono so test ni bi. And I'm see you. And you know results ni ba. Kayo house help was negative. Nikunu was negative. Maminu was positive. See your kind. Maybe you can't be a Unyanihi on Kai. Onoso aswe se beme BND. Ketiemi o. No kure bi ayen kan kire mu ne se. Oba wo ace. Bema betimi de nada. Onya. Bema wo ace. Oni odba das si obenya. If the medium of transmission comes through sex.
Also oba is kebium patron.
Oba the ace. Emma bema. Edding. Bema the ace mo ba. Enye din kra. Ese twenmu bie edge. It is a big say Nikuna Fanachi. It's your use condom. Menene again. Bearman in play condom user. Uncle HIV test. No results. But hear me. If I am negative today, it doesn't mean tomorrow too I'm negative. It's not bisa say. Konongubia. Wakoye test. Nyama oya. Ebetumi ama oye positive. Wonya sure. So be ka wukuma mu nokura. Arefinti why be na nyankopan dumti na unya HIV.
Lord, menye
Onti asio. Muna mo enye die na di HIV ni ba o.
Ati wase me kra wonim. Na me counselor one say obi kra betumi akoye ebi a surgery bi anabi. And I say obetumi anya in so many ways. No any na anye about say endamu ensema. It's ukoya be very difficult to do the test in so. It's when the only name that game so now we jaya ya so na ebe.
Jalo no kwe. Say you are in doubt of the status of yourself and the man. And the man is not ready to run the test. Man, inquire. Because as we speak now, our youth, or they are not even youth, 15 years, then teen, our teenagers from 15 years are HIV positive. What a country? What are we talking about? Me, I'm afraid, oh. Me, I'm afraid. I'm afraid for the future. This even something shocked me. The thing has shocked me to the extent that I can't say it in my mouth. I'm not.
It's not the same case who came out to say we go suck at them, we go fuck at them.
Yes. After SS, after JSS results, they come out to say that JSS 3, 15 years or media. Look, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not putting fear in you watching me. And if you think I'm putting fear, I'm sorry. But all of you living in apartments, flats, compound house, I'm telling you, if you count every 4 person in your house, the 5th person is HIV positive. Every house in Ghana have an HIV patient there. I don't have the statistics, but I'm saying that 15 years. How did they get it? I don't have the breakdown. Because the demographic breakdown says that women and girls were bear a disappropriating bedding, accounting for 68%, about 229,261 of all people living with HIV and AIDS. They also represent nearly 67.4% of new infection. So among the total number of 334,721 people living with HIV AIDS, we have 229,261 women living with HIV AIDS from age 15. My 3rd daughter is 14. Look at the statistics. Youth, young females, age 15 to 24 are a high-risk group, making up to 74.1% of young people living with HIV virus. I repeat, young females, young female between the ages of 15 and 24. Parents, where are we? Where did we go wrong? Our young girls are now HIV positive. There's a mother living with a daughter in the house who is just 20 years, and your daughter is HIV positive. You don't even know. You have no idea. It's sad. 15 years, girl. Forgive me, I'm emotional. It's painful. But you don't understand. One tears here, and you're not. Akwala already 15. Say Yankupon man 75 years, or the HIV virus, but now 15, 60 years. Obey to me. What does the future hold for us? Mother to child transmission. Children from 0 to 14 years are 5.4%, representing 229 people who are from 0 babies to 14 years. They acquired it from mother to child. They didn't go to the hospital for us to know they are positive. Because if we know you are positive, it is easy for us to prevent the child from becoming positive. But they won't come. There are people who come when you do the test and tell them, we are supposed to do a certain prophylaxis for you to protect the child. When they go, they don't come to the hospital again. They go to a different hospital. And we don't have a database to monitor them wherever they go. Because in Ghana, we don't have a social security number, which is what you use for your telemedicine. So in America, for example, when you go to see a doctor in hospital 1, and unfortunately, you don't come again, it's easy that the next hospital you go, your patient folder and file will come. They can see your last diagnosis, the last lab you did, the last injection you took. In Ghana, we are not there yet. Children, girls from 15 to 24. What can we tell them? What advice can Abner then they catch it up? Jamie, the highest people living with HIV virus were found in Greater Accra region, and the highest adult prevalence rate recorded in the Brun-Ahafo region. We need to rise up and continue with the HIV campaign message. How do one get infected with HIV virus? We have to now learn more about the mode of transmission. I think I have failed my generation because it became a fatigue for me because I don't have money. Every 1st December, I am organizing HIV awareness campaign. I stopped because I don't have money. I can't rent a venue. Churches were giving me their space. They stopped. They didn't see the importance of talking about HIV/AIDS. Some churches came up to even say that HIV/AIDS is a demonic infection. So let's pray against it. But in the whole year, nobody talks about HIV virus. Nobody talks about awareness creation. Our children at 15 are HIV positive. These are some of the medium by which we can have HIV virus in our body. The primary way of becoming positive is unprotected sexual contact. Having anal or vaginal sex without a condom or medication to prevent or treat HIV can cause you to be HIV positive. The current generation doesn't like condom. They don't like condom. Me it's been the tough fear of a boy Jimmy. 15 years. Kwatia mambedi na udi. Kwasia sem sana nkwala ni krem. Esi yambo won. Yentia won. Yambo won. SS girl. Teacher ye you no cut if you kotia teacher di SS girl condom ni teacher yi cut. Teacher kas wo nya twe. Yale atwe we die wie. Gaya teacher yi di ni. Uka teacher ni kwa na di no. Ye makwa na we fi o di no. Why they did unprotected sexual and annual intercourse? Sharing of needles and syringes. Mama ya cocaine na ya wo ya ho pane no. Owo ano dia wan no so agobi. We have blood covenants. Or warning hanu or warning her. You can't tell me Coca-Cola. Jimmy Kwasi Adiem Kwa Mamonda Yali 15 years. Sharing a sharp object with a person who is infected with HIV virus. When it breaks into your skin, you too can be positive. From mother to child, mommy will positive or what between about the money. Post exposure prophylaxis. Within 72 hours, you go hospital. You go from kind of crack until to me Bobi, you positive. Now, I didn't know. The one is they will post exposure prophylaxis. Within 72 hours, they will do a demo. They will come morning term. No man can build it in your immune system. HIV is currently has been found to be in blood, semen, vaginal fluids, rectal fluid, and breast milk. Infection occurs when these fluids encounter the body strain or contact mucous members lining of the mouth, vagina, or rectum. You cannot get HIV/AIDS from casual contact, saliva, sweat, tears, or insect bite. These things cannot cause you to have HIV virus. human immunovirus. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome is AIDS. These people with viruses are not full-blown AIDS yet. Where did we go wrong, Ghana? Where did we go wrong, Ghana? Orongo, ask your question.
Counselor, you just mentioned that. I think that you have answered it. Insect bites, no. Mosquito last, I think that we were saying. Me poor me now and tum so much like a free here. Yeah, me now me buy mosquito no. Because me buy it. Me poor no tum much I will more a pie me now. But you have just
So insect bite doesn't give you using sharp objects. So the children who are positive at 15 to 24, what did they do to become positive? And yet, dear, ne mami bisana she, aklaketwa, ne mami bisana se, phone na ukurano, unyane he, empawana osheno, unyane he, ashawo nyankwala gro. I am paying for a juma. Ye no an na mbi na nkwala ja nkwala kiti ashawo na moye e dia ho faso udi hu ntem a ebe funo won ntem 15 years eya 15 years. I think that the best thing we have to all rise up right now is that we should start a campaign. Go to your barbering salon with your own disinfected barbering machine. If you're going to trim your eyelashes, please make sure the blade is from you. If you go to a salon, make sure that whatever they are using on you, they are sterilized. You, the salon woman, learn to wear gloves. When you retouch people's hair and they have sore, be careful what you apply on it. When you meet people who are wounded and they have open sore, that has a fluid in it, learn how to wear gloves. Every day I see it in church. People get injured and the ushers are cleaning with tissue. I tell them wear gloves. There are people who are HIV positive and they are not telling anybody because of stigmatization. And they won't tell you. There are women today who are sleeping with guys. They know they are positive, but they won't tell the guys. (15 to 24 years). 68% of women in Ghana, in Greater Accra and Broad Hafo are HIV positive. Charlie, let's rise up. Churches, let's start education. Schools, let's start education. Communities, let's start education. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about abstinence. Let's talk about the use of condom. Let's talk about being faithful. Because this thing, at this stage of our life, 15 to 24 years, the future generation are HIV positive. We have lost it. Let me tell you that you cannot look at somebody's face and say the person is HIV positive. You can't do that. It's against the law. You can't look at me and say because I am slim, I'm HIV positive. People's diagnostics can only be known after they have done the test. As you're watching me, I want to encourage you to do your VCT, voluntary testing and counseling. Currently, they've even given us the HIV test kits. So people don't even have to go to the clinic to avoid stigmatization and can do the test at home. Let's all be aware that HIV virus is a deadly, incurable infection. When you are HIV, you are not HIV, you are not AIDS yet. You are dealing with a virus. It's fighting your immune system. It's breaking down your white blood cells, which eventually it will take over, especially if you are not going for the antiretroviral drug. I am afraid to have HIV. Somebody says malaria is more dangerous than HIV. To you, for me, I cannot live with a conscience that I'm HIV positive. I cannot live. If I test my today and I'm positive, I don't believe I can live with it. I'm sad, disappointed. I believe this is as a result of zookeeping instead of parenting. We have allowed the children to have a free will too much. Let's beat the hell out of them. Your child at 15 cannot be HIV positive. Well, I believe that all of us from today will take our children to go and do their VCT, because gone are the days we thought our children cannot be positive. In 15 years before entering the university is positive, then what happens on university campus? I remember on GTV when Dr. Lawrence Tete made a statement that it is alleged that our campuses, most of our students there are HIV positive. They insulted him, blasted him, blacklisted him, and he came to apologize on GTV. Today, per the statistics we're having, maybe what he said was true or is true. Young woman, have you gone to do your test? Know your status. And remember, if you know your status today, it doesn't justify that you cannot be positive again. A young woman has promised in a Galamsey site that she became positive from the Galamsey site. So she'll make sure everybody at the site will also be positive. Maybe I have to write Another proposal again to Honorable Ubobia Dakwa, to the Mama Care, to give me money to continue this advocacy and campaign. We cannot have our daughters at 15 HIV positive. This must reduce. Accra, here we did. Accra, here we did. Broy Havo, here we did. Our young girls are positive. And these ones are reported cases. What of the ones that have not been reported? Please, AIR is the air we breathe. You can't see it, but we all breathe in it. That means AIDS is real. Please, use the ABC method. First one is abstain. Abstain, abstain, abstain. If you cannot abstain, don't keep multiple partners. Be faithful to your one partner. Be faithful to your one partner sexually. Sexually. And the C, use condom. If you cannot stay, you cannot abstain, you cannot be faithful, then everywhere you go, if it's not on, don't allow it to be in. Last one is check your status. Check your status. Early detection helps you build a stronger immune system. Antiretroviral drug, I know it is free to extend. Please, if you are positive, don't be wicked. Don't spread it. Go and see a doctor. You can come to Kolebu. You can come to Kolebu. If you're pregnant, you can still come and see a doctor because this is bad. It's sad. These statistics have not given me happiness since morning. I am confused. But I am seriously in the belief that every few persons or person you see could contribute to your positive data. Please take care of yourself. Let's fight it because it's possible. Let's reduce it. Stop the stigmatization. Let's reduce HIV/AIDS from our 15 years to 24 years. Let it be an adult mistake disease. Or better still, let's eradicate the continuous acquiring of HIV virus in our lives. Please take care of yourself. And there's a report that the president didn't say what they have written. So today the president went to Kolebu to commission a new equipment. During his keynote address, he notified the public the government has contracted contractors to, as it were, build a new maternity block against the old one that was built by Gottisberg, so the mothers will have modern equipment and modern environment during delivery. And by so doing, see if we have to demolish the old maternity block because it's becoming a death trap. This statement that His Excellency made has been reported on Onua FM online, Onua TV. This is what they have written. President John Dramani Mahama has directed immediate demolition of the aging Gordonsburg maternity block at Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, labeling the structural integrity of the facility as dangerous, death trap for both patients and healthcare. This is not true. The president didn't say this. I wish I can play the audio of the president for you, what he said. People, I beg you, let's be careful with our reportage. Please, if you see such a post, ignore it. The president never said that. The president is aware that ASCE and engineers, including myself, had the opportunity to do the structural integrity investigation on the Korle Bu maternity block. And it was cleared that it was not a danger, but renovation can be done. That the structure was as strong as a new one built. This report is available with the engineering department and the CEO of the hospital, believing that this same report is with the Ministry of Health. So I beg you, Korle Bu maternity block is not a death trap that must be demolished immediately. The president never said that. So whoever did this report, please come back again, because Korle Bu is all we have. If we don't stop what we are doing with the Korle Bu we have, we will regret. We will regret. We will regret. We will regret. If we don't stop, I say we will regret. Please, don't think of yourself. Maybe your wife is not in the building. Maybe your wife has not gone to deliver. There are doctors working there. There are patients from first floor, from ground floor to sixth floor. The president cannot order immediate demolition. It can't be. He didn't say that. So this is a wrong reportage. Journalists, let's be careful. Some of the things we write, some of the things we say, don't be the first to report bad news. Did you hear what the president said? Play back the audio if you don't have his letter or you don't have his speech. The president never said that with an immediate effect, the maternity block should be demolished. It is not with any structural defect that can cause a collapse. Gordonsburg built it, but it is not the only building that was built by Gordonsburg. The surgical block is there. The children's block is there. It was built with a solid cement, solid iron rod. There will be structural defects or some defect in terms of cracks. That is mendable. It's called renovation. But to come and report that President Mahama says we should demolish maternity block in Korle Bu Teaching Hospital because it is old, he never said that. Go and listen to your speech and let's change this report. I've spent enough time with Korbu Teaching Hospital, with Miss Bell, with HIV/AIDS. So this is my take on health issues. So president has not ordered for demolition of maternity block. So if your wife is there, she's not in danger. If your husband works there, your wife works there, your children works there, the maternity block is undergoing renovation. The structure is not defected according to the report that I have in my office. Onia TV, online, somebody tell them to correct the report. This is not true. The president will not say this. They've not finished building the new one. They've not even started first, ground floor. So where are the mothers going? Already when we are fighting no bed syndrome, maternity, don't try it. 60 delivery a day, what are we going to pass with them? Please, President Mahama is not inhuman. He never said that. So you have reported wrongly. Please, do the honorable thing by changing the reportage. Go back and listen to the English the president spoke. This is not political. Please. Oh. My all-time legendary musician, the late Daddy Lumba. Daddy Lumba mentioned a lot of people when he was singing this song. I'm only asking, are the people alive or they are dead? These people who Daddy Lumba mentioned in the music, are they alive or they are dead? When you listen to Daddy Lumba's song, full of wisdom, I'm surprised why they say till today Daddy Lumba never had a will.
Akuma so ni akuntabuo bia.
Ah dabi. Ya pu eye na we wie okọ. Go home. 29.
I direct that I shall not I hereby revoke all wills codicils, or any other testamentary documents previously made by me before this day, and especially my dated at my executors and trustees, to pay my just debt, funeral, and testamentary expenses.
Not to pay
my just debt, funeral, and testamentary expenses.
And then I know my mother would be Wamuna willy ya tray. Media once again, once the Yama woman say, Wamusha Emmanuel say, May I want to Tiani Musica Sami Nano Nana Wamure Na Yontia Anandiza
Anatiana.
You.
By 12.4, I direct my son, Kwajosafo Akofuna, Nana Kwajosafo Akofuna, or is Kwajosafo, shall upon my death ensure custody and control of my body, and also take control of my burial, and burial in accordance with my wishes, as I've stated and directed in this my will.
I am some my trip say, and then no woman and quit church when I'm going to do. Nipa memu with dead body. On so on crack. Now on share. Now ye may yen catameti. A mamma mania quanso. Send ye me pen pepe. Ah, macan war is a man saying, Israel, Kojosafo, and I Kojosafo, Akofina. Oh, ye back.
Point 5. It is my wish, and I also direct that my body shall be interred or buried at my royal mausoleum, beautifully crafted and designed at my land at Gomwa Mpota in the central region of the Republic of Ghana, and my royal mausoleum, where I shall be interred and buried, and shall be part of my special center known as Apostle Kwajosafo Center.
Now I am a pet. As ye am you baby bian was say, Mamu Yabakra, a ye baby akake, Namum, Miami Royal Mausoleum. Ah, my ye, ever Masasa Tamwa, a Rogum one potter. Ewa, and my young from the moon conquer Penocrabia, a ya apostle could just have for Santa Ono. I want to pay.
Nana, Yanko point 6. You're correct, and I best to us. Point 6. It is my wish, and I also direct my special center be known as Apostle Joseph Center. Okay, point 7. I direct that the special center built in my honor, known as Apostle Joseph Center, shall be a place for local and international tourism. It shall also contain 12 large rooms or halls earmarked for the following.
Now, baby, I make a year, my museum or a royal museum year, young Copa Crabiano. A woman, a yamepe.
Can I pass it to
a Pan-African Conference and Study Hall.
Library women. Cinema will be one baby. I had not actually miss one year. And I've so a big room. Yamamani, a man, young one, politics, a dear me, Nanya, Mamma, baby. I had a crack, a 1 year man, for Baba, Ababu,
Photo gallery room, inventions and technological imagination room.
And Yama, or don't phone me, dear, what the mammy. Me basa sisi mutumidi ye. Ah, Brana Fibia me done a ya the room for Nini, and you have been to Bessi. A 1 man called for bar, Wama Baba,
inventions. Okay.
Charity records where people who donate to mankind will alleviate suffering to have their photographs kept and made donations recorded as a sign of the charity.
Hey, Nana, Sana Mike no off, Pacho.
Sir,
Any maybe they are off. Charity Records Room, where people donate to mankind to alleviate suffering, shall have their photographs kept and names and donations recorded as a sign of sustaining my charity mission.
Yo, na bianzo soa. Enipa bi a wo mu se e ka na ntu na aka senti, wo mu gina nipa yi edie ho. Obi kwa amanyemu a wo mu kɔ ne mmoa no. So wo mu kɔ obi mmoa, wo mu ye obi adoya a. Eno nso so ehu fonyini, ehu nkratasem. Ni nyina nso so ye bekora e wo biaye ho. Ama mansa nyina baba behunu.
Abishi we encha National Cathedral.
Eche no.
Na oyonko akotu amna asore ko.
Say this camera obi say ye tu ya o de be ko jiufo agwa fa
di wo be ko yi. Hey, ni be bi di boni pe yo no makwotena ba sidin.
Na o de be ko juda musuoku.
Na ye to haswe.
Kala lidie.
Restaurants, kinship and chieftaincy artifacts, and Adriana symbols room.
Ana sabi ya apostle ko jesa for center we. Baby musu wa nananom ehefo ni ahema enema ye de esese wo mo ho. So ana Adriana ebusua ku a mefiri mu no adesibusua aduana. Yanso se busua no ho niema ne akade ye wodan ye dibi ebegumu so kama ama nkrofa ba be hwabu omonyi akọ mu say yes asante wade
we ye ni aye papa Apostle Dr. Kwadwo Safo ne we no
na mu nsam na ye kenken we ne ye kenken
ya fe na wabeto so a we no mu nsam na ye kenken tie ba bia atisem bia
ye mepe se munya mame
ba cho ye ntie Woodcraft of Invented Products Room, where woodcraft of my invented products shall be displayed for people to view and cultivate can-do spirit in technology.
Anema oba de ma minimudie amde ye no ebi ye de ndia na aye buru nipa de ne ntiase so ma ye pi ye wo be bia ye de no nso begu ama nipa baba behwe na timuponi ni yenso obi behwe a obewu se ade bia nu asu nipa ye oba ade adum ya adum achede ni nimudie ade obebo timupo se obeye bia no se uisi nkete so betima ye nko ade am obetumi aye nke won be ye nkranse bra.
Empty room, Rainbow Hall and Theatre, music and dance hall, where both African and contemporary theatre, music, dance shall be performed.
Anna, you will be doing so a bagaya.
You are more being some years.
Yeah, poor ye now where you go home.
I hereby revoke all wills, codicils, or any other testament.
Dabi. Yeah, poor ye now where you go home.
Point 9. I direct that I shall not be given or accorded any state barrier or state funeral.
Mesrapa makuma swadi na mapodie ni. Sense metwa. Ema ye nyame omamu eyiye kese bia. Mempe.
I direct that all my children shall henceforth consider my son Nana Kwadwo Safo Akofena, aka Israel Kwadwo Safo, as their father and the head of the paternal family.
Di amasha tu oni. Se eye me ba. Kwadwo Akofena Safo ana Israel Kwadwo Safo. Oni na meyi ni se. Nana Kabium
as their father and the head of paternal family and all that I have established in my lifetime.
Adie bia no a me ba asase so menya bia no say ye me japade no wono ana wo hwe so ana bia me man so so mega ekire no omu na nka mum na wo mu se ono ana ye wo meja ana bia oba le paternal side nso so a meja ebusie mu nso no me bayi amabo ne dunya Akofena ena meyi no se ondano
na je se bra ye bo Yes, so na any be free so by say we ni me doba.
Also many.
Na muntie no.
Na muntie no.
They shall give him due honor, obedience and love as their leader, father and head. And another Joseph is Joseph shall also consider them as his own and family members.
And see, me talk was what you year padia. And now, omu for wonye ni die. Emma Joseph akofina. Se wo meja ebra mi ni wono. Na akofina nso so ehu ne se ni nuanom na won hwe wo mo ehwepa.
Na enti say yes yede asafo no share ne nsase amfa nhye ne sa we ne say bibia da na bem
yeah
waye abusua pani wo ne man ne afem
ene japade bia nso so a
wo ene asafo no so ene dia won head
bibia ana bibia
su
kede
Santona, wamu ye, wamu genka we ni sa ase. Na asase na ali ache na ye na ntemfa. Na ntemfa biom. Na ba to se atoaso.
Yeah, atoaso.
Point 11. I direct my son Nana Joseph Akofna is Joseph, a very featured leader of the Christians of Mission of Ghana, shall seek the best interest and welfare of the children or persons whose parents have named them after me.
Nana, point na when you are my baby.
I direct that my son Joseph Akofna, aka is Joseph, and any future leader of the Christians of Mission of Ghana shall seek the best interest and welfare of the children or persons whose parents shall have named them after me and have brought to live with me.
Na ebio ayame ba ko Joseph Akofna obi bia da tie bi obeba ba be yakandifo de ama Kristo asafo no e wo se wo mo hwese nipa de se ni bia nyame dom ne ba wo de akwada no to me no wo mehwe akwada no a kopim se akwada na abeso na agbo ebetumi apa na sem antuntum ewu na sem wo mo hye no
hey
yeah
afeina papa edu point 12 no
ene ya kenke edu point 12
oche ejapadea owo nyina no na papa chotie I give and bequeath any amount of money found on me in my safe or anywhere in my house or dwelling place belonging to me upon my death to the following persons listed hereunder, and they shall share it equally.
No. I'm sorry. Any plan me babu bomudi. Sali pay ana sikabia se me firi mu a. Mu be hu me ho. Mu be hu baby am kura me sika. Mu be hu matena ye. Sikabia ya me dia bia no. Momwa no. Na safo ya me babu bomudi no. Momfa wo ma wo mo na wo mo nche ne pepepepepepepepepepe.
Etefo mamen kan fantum ses we no ye. Enkofo a ye de wo mo eba ye a wo mo be som papa. Eti wo mo be kan papa ebusua no ho. Maawa, me can say Mawa ne ofio. Yasafo a daughter of Pastor Kwabenache. Yasafo a daughter of Alexander Kofi Buache. Ajuasafo a Tapeni, daughter of Emmanuel Ayinkura, and Madam Rita Ajiwa. Ajuasafo a Atakakra, daughter of Emmanuel Ayinkura. Yasafo a Tewia, daughter of there's one many now what they attack Kofio, Papa, Equache Papa, what they Tewia Koi. Efiasafo atapani efiasafo atakakra na santafo bebre wo montan tafo tawia mo de nyina ebai ajuasafo a daughter of Mr. Kwame Bio and Madam Gift Bio yasafo a daughter of Mr. Yajemfi ajuasafo a aka ajua nyamen sel inshraba yasafo a daughter of Nana Boahin aka Soja ni nyina nana was it the umbe bia we mu na enchew we mu ye enkwara ye de ne betena wo mu nchen se ma wa be som wu de ye do sa to papa me kwa ba wate na me kwa ba wate
yo
enti wan tu di wo ma anka ho sika de be ho papa atena ye ni fie ni bia no won ka ho and bequeath any amount of money in my bank accounts with Consolidated Bank Ghana Limited, South Legon branch, with the account name Apostle Dr. Kojosafu and account number 000 to these children of mine, Honorable Adwasafu, Ruth Adwasafu, Abraham Yasafu, Rebecca Adwasafu, Jacobed Adwasafu, and then Obed Kojosafu, and all shall share it equally.
Yamencha de Muska. I wa Consolidated Bank Ghana. Na Consolidated Bank Ghana scam wo ewo mu no. Branch no South Legon. Medina daso account number ina mabo. Na ene ne se scale wo mu no. Ene de me ma mabobo wo mu di. Yenchema wo mu.
Point 14. I give and bequeath any amount of money in any other bank accounts belonging to me to the following persons listed hereunder, and they shall share any amount balances in it equally. And no, nana uchem say,
we Consolidated Bank Ghana. Sika me wo mu me say ne de me ya fa mo mo tonchen ya. Sika bia nso me wo bank bia aka bia no. Eno nso so eni pe ya me bebubu mu din ye nchema wo mo.
Acho nipa ne ye emawa no a wo mo tifie ni me servants no. Wo mo ye de sika bia be hunu wo ne hu bia ne safe mu ni fie ba bi otie bia no. Ye mfa ma wo mo no. Wo wiye ye no na papa say sika bia ewo any other bank
apart from CBG.
Apart from GCB na ne ma ne sabi ne be ma no ba ebeche no. We msi ansan fa ma wa no wo mu ncheni. Bi and e bank bia say ya buroche bank yo aha bank yo dike wo mbia ye ngoyi. Da e ma wa ne mfa. Nana.
Wow.
Die na papa so di sika mu no papa ma sika mi hu me o ma mi sika da na sika na ye sika da amuno nko a
wow
e ma obi 200 notes mono 100 notes mono 50 notes mono tia akoma so ni akunta buo bia
da bi ya pu eye na we wie wo
Hear me. Hear me. So Apostle Kojosafu wrote the first will in 2020, and he changed it in 20, or he upgraded in 2022. When did Lumba write this song? I don't know. What year was it? If you know, help me. Or how do I find a year that Lumba wrote this song with all this content? And we hear he doesn't have a will. The confusion, misunderstanding that is going on between Honorable Adwasafu and the other siblings, especially Konfra. The will that was read at the High Court has established the fact. I hear the explanation from the legal representation of Honorable Adwasafu saying that what was read was any of his sons. But per the details they are reading to us is a confront who is the male son that the man has trained and spoken to on what to do when he passes on. Under the Wills Act, somebody can challenge a will when there is no fair distribution according to the law. So Honorable Adjua could or may challenge these things we are reading. But what is there to challenge? The man has faithfully distributed to maid servants, to children named after him. Obinim, Bishop Daniel Obinim, you made a statement and you spoke about Kojo Safo and then the Lumba, the Ekosui. You have to come back and retract Kojo Safo's own. If Lumba wrote a song like what I just played, so if Lumba can write a song like this, that gives us a vivid departure story of his demise one day. Why didn't he write a will? Apostle Kojo Safo has settled the disputes with a detail of his burial, what should not be done and what must be done. Apostle Kojo Safo has made it clear that the son knows what to do for him per the discussion they had. Will Adjua Safo comply? Will Osibo comply? Because you see, the man had a plan of distributing his will, that he never left the maid servant or the house help that helped him. I never heard any wife. That's my concern. In all the readings, I didn't hear wife. Maybe is me.
Out of my 60% shares in the following companies: Kantanka Automobile Company Limited, Great Imperial Transport and Services Limited, Kantanka Quarry Limited, Modern Kosa Company Limited, KSK Organic Farms Limited, Great Kosa Herbal Clinic Limited, Kantanka Media Limited, Kantanka Security Services Limited, and Kantanka Herbal Pharmaceutical and Research Center Limited to the following persons. Nana Adamai, what the man made if one a one fear in every and other wearings apparels, except those that shall be kept at Apostle Kojo Safo Center, to my son Nana Kojo Safo Akufna, aka Israel Kojo Safo. Afe mentadi nyina na mafadi nyina ampa boakura mise eka ho agent ade no a ye de be ko museum wo no wo Apostle Joseph Center wo no se ye no fi mu a ade bia nam de ye me ho ye me ntade ene me mpaboa eno ye fa ni na ma Apostle ye fa ni na ma Kojo Safo Akofena
Yewa Papa Kojo Safo no we no an ye widi no afa point 16 I give and bequeath all my household shackles, including furniture, bed, refrigerators, TV set, air condition, except that those that shall be kept at Apostle Kojo Safo Center to my son Nana Kojo Akofuna Safo, aka is the Kojo Safo.
And not saying me fie mu niema home appliance. Home appliances mean na mempa. Me da mu nkonya, carpet, chandeliers, curtains, crossbar, fridge, TV, iron, microwave, quantres on ye. Me da mu niema nyina. Adidi ya de be ko me center. Ewo go mu ampota no. Ya fa ni na.
Wa kaze kotu no meter no.
Te meter.
Abi so betu.
Se meter de o dan no inside. Me we inside asem ne eken.
Da bi na kwari say no ba ko no bo akiri.
Awo betu.
Agwa me nso otu ba ko bi.
Ni na nso me de ma Kojo Safo Akofena. Yen fama no ni na.
Point 17. I give my shares in M&A Company Limited to these children of mine.
I feel so M&A. If you have investment, I have brano, me yeske free ho. And to say as I may woman so. Medina mammy Maya, never will be woman.
Honorable Sarah Joasafo. Ajwa Safo, Abraham Yao Safo, Rebecca Ajwa Safo, Jacobed Ajwa Safo, and then Obed Kojo Safo, and I give the shares to them forever in equal share.
Says you are making yam M&A no. Medili na mama me ya mabubo bu mu din no. Na ebe yo modia afibo. Be careful never and never.
Nana tie 18 no so na 18 no. Wow, a bubble sound. I give prominent pesawat. February no kan on to mo mo. Ah. Who na go to ama. Man here be drive you. I give 50% out of my 60% shares.
The money na out
of my 60% shares in the following companies.
When you hear the reading of the will of Apostle Kojo Safo, was he ever married? Or Apostle Kojo Safo, in his intelligence, sorted baby mamas out. Apostle Kojo Safo has stated clearly that none of his maternal relations has any say in his burial. Out of Apostle Kojo Safo conversation with you, that's a Ukrainian being here. Obi anyo kuna. Apostle Kojo Safo are taking care of Obia. Wama jwa Safo ni nwianu nyina. Wama confront bibia. Bibia ni ho a won cheye. Said they are kan ya mehu bi who will know. But Kwame Nkrumah tikese etu no asi wo se okenkan will ni mo asem. No bisa asem bi se. Se wo court ho ne kenkan will na obe anything. Mimi sumi bisa se Kwame na Ukraine ba ewo he. Ohineba intin berima suffer intin. Na far back in 85, 89, no ye suffer or Christos. Was it now one day I won at 21 or they started preaching? Or preaching is so, but we man is also stopping so. Odi twepen e koye. E twaji ahonde no. E twa ahonde. En kenken ya akosu ya ye nyina ye kirekire mu a ye tie bi. E ye futu semaye. Na me bisa se so the man has made a provision till the end of generations. He said in his will that no daughter's son can have rights over his properties. That a continuation of his legacy should be maintained by the Sappos. So every son's child who is a grandchild has a right to own portions of Sappho Kantanka's properties based on this will. Honorable Adua Sappho has been sorted out of the confusion. So when Sebon made a U-turn genuinely at the court, I don't know why, he came back again to change his mind. Didn't he see the full reading of the courts? Didn't he hear the will? This man has done well. He has set the record straight. He says when he dies, he doesn't want a state burial. He stated it. What lessons are we learning from Apostle Kojo Sappho Emeritus, the late? The actions and inactions of Honorable Adua Sappho wasn't necessary. That the legacy of this man was nearly thwarted if this will was not kept in the High Court. I heard it earlier that I confront the son who has become the family head. He said he is their father, and every child of his must give him the respect as the father of the Sappho family. It means for you to be buried, for you to be married, for you to have access to the church, to the car company, to the museum, to everything, you need approval from your father, Akonfra. The level of intelligence of Apostle Kojo Sappho cannot be underrated. This is the power of the will. Under the Wills Act, you can challenge a will, but this one is not challengeable. He also said he has designated a place for his burial. I believe that the children will follow the AMA directives, the traditional people's directives, so that this burial at the site he has requested can be done well. The level of influence he has, sincerely speaking, the family members who believe that they have the rights to the body will come for the body. But in this will, he stated it clearly who has rights over his dead body and what he has told who has rights over his dead body. My question is, there was no wife. There was no wife. There was no wife. Where are the wives or the mothers of all these children? What did he do that disassociated himself from the wives? Because he didn't give birth with a tree. Apostle Kojo Safo has set the record straight. What lessons are we, the so-called elites, intelligent, smart, learning from this one? Chitawale said that a will was not important. He settles every woman. But I think there's a lesson from Kojo Safo's statement. He assaulted, or he may have assaulted, all mothers. But for the sake of the number of children he has produced, people who have served under him, people who have named their children after him as Safo, he has made provisions. And he has wealth and riches. Osika. Whoever advised this man, may God bless you. Without this, it could have been deadly. See what happened the last time, where they alleged gunshots and arrests, high court issues occurred with Honorable Adwoa Safo. It could have continued. Other aliens, non-Safo members, could have joined this and ended this man's legacy in disgrace and shame. But I'm grateful for what I've heard, what has been read to me. My lessons, I cannot stop learning from it. But if Lumba could write songs that would touch hearts, if Lumba could write songs predicting the demise of his death, if Lumba could write songs putting names of people that matters, why didn't he write a will? Why didn't he write a will? What's stopping him from writing a will? Did Apostle Kojo Safo had a wife? Or throughout his life, he had baby mamas? In all the will they have read that I've heard, I didn't hear any provision for any baby mama. I didn't hear. If you had any provision made for any baby mama, share with me. Obasanjo in the building. What is the home for? Obasanjo. Let me go and bring her to come and talk. So I better there major was mama. So there. But I mean, besides some, Maki can't send me briyene. Okay, she's not made a request yet. Obasono.
Counselor.
You blocking me and BMU. And the man and say me numbers name back.
Oh.
I'm be reporting me. Obasono, you see, dear pa, minim time I buy it. What's the equaso? What's no credit? What's a need yourself? What was soon yourself?
Counselor.
The edikan.
No credit.
Nyama mienu ne dikan. What is that? O mama na ewo Ghana no. 15 years to 24 years. Omo HIV.
Counselor, ask if more.
Hey, and now no more ya then. Maguye ni mase.
Yeah, you ma pa.
Maguye ni mase. Maguye ni mase. Ya maguye ni mase. Say between 15 to 24 are HIV positive. 15 years here, JSS. 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 Obewura SS. Ewura University no, or HIV positive. A same way, and Lawrence Tete, a can with GTV. I assume me patch out and ne no kurane pie. Aklakitwa wa SS. Okita iPhone 17. Ne mami mbisa so di fi. Akola wa university level 100. Wa high apartment. One order 5,000 a month. Yen bisan say, why ye tua? Sa baya we atiche yi ebrim ne kwati share ni twemu yi enye teacher npa ne di no SS
abusuafo ne say abusuafo ne ka say omo ya we dada ana
ni teacher npa ne di no SS me di 15 me ni metwe me ni mkote 15 emi ya enkwalei
cause ade bia ne de eba o aye ba kwa ese moti ase ne say
ye na eba
dispensation
mwada
dispensation bia ne de
when ye dispensation mo giant tiye
mama kamase council first no na wa wonim say sane ye tete ye no enne nye sa na ye tete ma
aden
bibia asesa
den asesa mu fa manum mu fa mutwam yo
oh counselor
mu fa manum den asesa
kwan bebre so e fa wo enti no awofo na enne ye breed no awofo na ye wo enne no wo mo so so obi ka pa che say kane no cancer eye de so no say we di fie 14 na ne be imagine how cry di nkomo o papa ma wo kwan e bro be bo no kra wo suro so ne be ma be kwa kasa ba enne na era na ye wo no efia ba na ye di obi apesa ne ba she Brazilian hair obi ape ade papa ma ne ba it is the mothers of today and the fathers of today no and just and no eja enina cause out here say ene ma sesan ene yanti akwala wo school ya mura akwala wo school edi entia
enyamu
etia no se akwala ni di se hu sa
enyamu
enye obia ye be so bomb obia
enyamu
blame obia
enyamu
blame obia che say ye nyina ye at fault
obaso
because me hwama me ba enko school nkonko say
obaso
out here say
mesra wo woni say the AC Emma lead HIV virus.
Emma lead because of irresponsible parents. Emma lead irresponsible parents.
15 to 24 years.
It's so sad.
So in the year 2000, and you're training me, PPAG4 and a UNDP as HIV coordinator. Na me ninam sorry from January to December. Me kasa won sorry. Edu baby no. A sorry for ni hia mani ma hwe biom. Wo HIV no. E ye bonsam yade. TV stations me ko tenase na me ko kan na ye twa bom. Yo. Me am starting my program. Ghana Social Marketing Foundation. Omun sem na me started kan condom asem. E na DKT. Obi sorry tia me. Sofo boni o ka condom asem. E san say abstinence no omun tie. Ye starting HIV advocacy wo Ghana. Na ye numbers no were down. Na hwe sika mi ye de ye announcement no. Obaso no na enye ye sika. E ye sika efi amano neba. Ye fe ni donor fund. The fund need sign, you know. I feel they mean to me if I'm sick and yet me organize program one. Me boka. Me call Ghana AIDS Commission. Now me could be someone for supporter. On me leaflets, condom, asan. Omutia venue. Ye mami water. Ye mami she. And sorry, so I be used to a modi program. I saw for say HIV a bonsam ya de. Me amu go tie papa bi of a bonsam ho. My bro.
That's all the way I see a boy about
For 26 years, nipa tami sa, and na cry amotami.
I see a boy about why I did.
And next 15 years. Emi ya mesusa, emi ya as if I'm a failure.
It's so sad. It's
Look,
sad.
My girl is 20.
Sad,
My girl is 23 years. She's not known any man yet. The second one is 20. The first one is 24. This one is 23. Onusu humbe mother. My third girl no, or you're 14. But one day babe swan. Why ne be dinner money ya lea mame?
Erade mane masa.
Munjai radi asemnika.
Erade camera bono.
Munjai.
O camera bono.
Okahu. Okahu. Ifa.
Onyango pon ma wani mu aseda.
Oh.
Wo hwe se na edwuma anwo ye no. Oba be kwa koto isani mu da.
Oba so no. Wonu nsusu ya tom. Ah enye mebia ye yanka yedam. Wonim nokura bia yaka ye ho akere ye. Wonim sempa bia ya ene ye ho ntoye. Oba so no TV station. Simemi enfra me bio. Ese make condom asem.
Yeti ni nyina.
Ene 15 years. Nansen ya abaye bi ba social media say ono akogalamse site when ya HIV and to the sign crofo monte.
Kosan crofo bebre.
Me, I don't have the statistics, but me what is say obaso no. If you be a compound house, who can 1, 2, 3, the fourth person is HIV positive.
Hey, counselor, and then how they measure?
Okay. What am I saying? Mopa, Moma Ubianko VCT, voluntary counseling and testing. Ubianya, Nimitiwe, April yana me.
Aye.
Detia me yan say, maybe I need a Juman, maybe some who said, Etulibia, no problem, son. Let me say, Chinashishim. And Crofon didn't crib you.
Debbie.
Obasono, Obi Ale, and I'm in the hospital. Yes, Shannon, or Jaya share. Monsumo won't sumo, no film. Our rich hospital. Ofimu. Answer the film. Doctor ne penny power by a catcher say. Sana by ye ana mami your money bibia enfan. Yes, say. Yenye retro man I HIV test. Wason, you go a test. Tama results in ban. No positive. Ni mami o hwe any. Ni nua no ma hwe no any. ne ba hwe no eni na wayale ama ekura go no ho ama yede na ko heba yesa emi ye o na obia ehwe no na omo ni mu da so HIV positive. So all of them were exposed.
Serious. Lifestyle so can
Lifestyle near the one. Oh, here.
Yeah, lifestyle can baby, I did baby, I ate one way any almost size. And right, counsel,
but maybe I didn't come. You film HIV, Adriani, HIV, Babacho.
Make I said, Adriani, Ediba, counselor, obey to me a quack with Jan, Visa water, Adriani. Obey to me a babbage now, also one, I be beyond one or two.
Macho, only HIV, omitting on
counselor,
Pacho, Pacho.
Hey, it will be Scooby Tua, not
HIV, Pacho, hey, counselor. But the other make us may a certified HIV counselor. More certificate.
Sorry, right. May say and me koye meeting counselor. Na lady now washing meeting. Hey, sana ni more. If 14 things a day. Me when you not be my son. And I'm saying Jesus Christ. Me I say me pa. And I'm saying rather. And now you nipa word man now certain things are. Madam, sorry, madam. So, Mr. Vitem, no, Miss Net. Masuya, may asa, Masuet you.
Didn't I hear?
Oh, me de dry, yes.
A drew banner, yes.
May buy me the spirit to be yes, once, and I may day a dress, yes, dress was a drew be a friend
dress. Only dress in the air. An antibiotic for soul. And the woman said, the insanity teen and mouth HIV. Na ninsane 18 David Emma na ninsane 18 wono o de bibi ewo saloon ho virus wo so because o de ati obi ena be kan moja no a ena abenya bansa keke 18 de unya o da se misra unya
e de misro wai
na ye ka se usuro onu a oti wono onu nso eso osuro no ho se wonsu wo bia onu mo na so won sakaka tie me pa. Look at the difference. When mu kaka de ye nsan se onu oti wo no wo HIV ni bi no won sakaka, it's easy say he will infected. Any open in your body that has fluid, blood related, semen, vaginal fluid could easily bring an infection.
I said in a condom or someone shall condom, I want one say.
And Kwana man and 70 the Omonka. So one per condom. Yes. The current generation, they don't want condom.
That's I know a deal.
They say. And then in answer, Ubiu, Metia, Mayan she share, Ape Musiaman, and I'm calling the hospital reports. HIV. Nikon, Eni, Neba Penning, and any mammy and son, Omonim. The sister contract and Brem said. Many undertaking you man on him. Major cause of death. Akope and we see a man. Brofuna a children, omunimity by a children brofuna me kind as a medical practitioner. Sister HIV. And Fiano and for HIV.
Hey, counselor. And then one year, you saw what I was school saying.
Yes, see, deep bleeding kissing. Bason. Obit me fiwano. No, I'm not show no atimoja. And if deep kissing.
Onimie.
Mate. Obu bleeding gum. It's your bleeding gum. No, but mouth lake, jack, bomb lake is likely to happen. But the area we say, any body, we can say body. In Cambodia, I saw for more Pabonia, moving 3 years or Palm, moving 3 years, moving 3 years. Philadelphia, Philadelphia, many of Pabonia, moving 3 years. Tell me. Obasono. Say Oba wo HIV ya. Eye ntem so bema bema. Bema wo HIV ya. Eye de so bema oba. It is a ma 2,929 people ma ewo eye HIV positive ewo Ghana. Ena omo wa Accra any bro hafwa eye ya between 15 and 24.
Another
It's sad. About time. Obana Ocean University no or HIV positive. Okoya no. Okoye. I know by you.
I don't why.
One no vanity. Why you piercing sa? Nanse minim diaba. Mumbana bubodam. Aso form by Jimmy for. Why need 2%? Or see a life. You can't culture your children. Sha, titino umami ukosrana uchia efie bia. You greet and make sure say you announce that you have come and ne mukosra na mo te now mame the word te abashe boni nyame ne be tia
akoko ni bi kra ho aso ma yo muti say o mu na instrumentalist aso for ma yo muti percent omaja omuti ni na eguso bi kra abomashun ba ku bi aye friend bishop wan wan mehwe no wa bona shun ni nyina egu apo no ho aye friend
no kura ni se entia nya mesom menka se tia na mesom. I brought in the piercing because most people do the piercing not with their own earring or with the piercing machine yen disinfected. People go to barbering shop. Machine disinfecting machine clippers no yen use o barbering shop. First na you starting na ye near brain near barbering shops. The blade be you ti one who make sure say a new blade ni nyina etwa mo amutwi mani achi no obi yi wani achi a first no you are conscious of the blade se se enfam ho
acho ye de ko
yeah.
It's a intensify the robot.
I say it na say every seconds will radio ni TV so. Yama enim defo anaya ayako sua ho adwuma no. Yama ye mre ni endi hu nkomo. Eye A, eye B, eye C. Abstinence. Be faithful or use condom. Eye 3. Na kai say enframa ye frane enframa. The issue any say enframa obi ahia de a is real. It's close to you like air.
And the amper
15 years to 20 years. Hey, 15 years.
It's hard.
Every year. Ebusafo. Macau sams yo.
I say I'm on penny for na mo fefe fankola side chicks and modi me ma wo.
Omwa batie me. Enfie na enya ace no. Empanyifo ni ye low. Nti dia ba ne se. Enkwala na ye di won. Omu di won ho. Mr. Sotin twi na. About to say. Age bracket no. Empanyifo no wo from. Enkwala no wo so. That is nkwala na yen yate won say ye di won as side chicks no. Enye yen kwa na ye di won. Oma ma mo nyonkom memo mo HIV ni di won. Na ede me say Saturday anopa. Wa o say me nkan ye no. Fa che me batie any time. Saturday anopa kogina Okpongolo junction so. National young girls are Omufi campus, University of Ghana. Eba be faka ako krum ana ko classes. Omu hu nyine go.
Atete.
Ashawo ye juma a noble profession man penfo na ye. Ejuma me ye no me bo ashawo fo ho ban. Me mo ti ase se. Wo si ejuma we na be ya condom e ka wa juma ho. Membo bin diwa on shekon.
Amu penny raw.
That's it. Odo chema me raw. Me ndi ni ne. Me ndi ni chan. Kodu papa.
Kansala.
Because tell me oba ewo HIV a. Ode mama beman. Na che. Ma bema wo bia. Unya nya denkura. Hey, 15 years.
Serious.
24 years. Because 15 years in your JSS or their core SS or their core university. 24 years or you graduate after 4 years in a university. Or PFE university or you're HIV positive. You're one is saying
it's so bad.
The future of our generation is gone. 24 years. Nurse no we doctor no we teacher no we engineer no we university na say or you positive. In fear him no bet maintenance as so.
Asomo. Yamon fire ma omwe.
Montete wana munjai Bible. Or see, train the child the way he should go. I can say, pray the child the way he should go. Train the child the way he should go. Munjai Bible. Munjai Bible. Now when you move back from
and Bible count.
I had it. Adiabi mami and Tommy. Adiabi mami and Tommy. Me. Adiabi mami and Tommy. Mikita. Or booming. It's not saying no Tommy. Between show be idea. Car between Joby can't drive it. Me car say no be my car mean to me say entity University of Ghana me say upa be cheme and college level 400 nyama ma to gu omo hostel omo tun fan kofie
and don't to me fan ko
adentia nyama ma me ne tomam oba ni wie JSS no the last time I invite you, a graduation, who did sorry them, a then uncle pass it. What Jimmy Wolf or the HIV number?
Hey, I don't know.
24 years. Everybody who goes through education in Ghana, class 6, from 6 years or class 1, Obedu 15, he should have knowledge about sex education. We have failed the nation with proper sex education. We don't talk about sex again. I'm best say any yes, my man call for phone and go school. Phone was school, on the recording, and now no pay. Boy, be a we. I was school. A man in Yoko boy, a child was school because it's a member.
Yeah, some
where are the parents? Instead of parenting, are doing zookeeping and poultry farming. No change in era. Our foolishness is above our thinking. We're doing politics. Our children are going through death. We don't have politicians anymore because the future politicians are going to be HIV positive. They have to be on antiretroviral drug. It is costing the government to buy it for free. The future is bad. 15 to 24 years. Girls, over 200,000 in a Greater Accra and Broyhafo are HIV positive. And people are quiet. The Trebiambedi, Mishia Brantibi. Was it November? Not December, no. I am saying December, no. Me show. Na Mishia. Mishia, no. No, madam for be a few US aba. And I'm go share. When you say Brantian, oh, who get this no. Sada no who, obeso dino. And again, I catch him say, ah, the guy you are standing with, do you know him? Say, oh,
sorry.
I met him at the National Theatre. He is part of the ABCD National Theatre. I said, hey, he's forcing to go to my Airbnb. He's dying to have sex with me. I was so disappointed. I mean, even a year. I'm catching again and say, it is your vagina. If you want him to fuck you, that's okay. But make sure he does it with condom. Because I don't even know his status. Obichi obi sisi ahwa American one obi akoye ne fitness enti yenam ha no enkrofo dodo na ni mom status
Africa dey ha ne ne sa
ye ne sa ba ye disie na make to say less than 1 month me prepare obi yaman ni nwane mu ni mu say almost sister penny na wawu no ye HIV positive omuni. Because me mouth casket ma na me hu de kun according to law, if you die because of any communicable disease and any infectious disease, no Ghana will be a yesio ya wadeka edisio ya the glass eto ani ni decoration e mamun sorry why na masi na ahye no
mobo
masi ahye
ade be boy
oba son
counselor
Apostle Kojo Safo onimade san ya iko school na ye jimi for opa e ma akwa aba
counselor Joso na o kan the time me froso na o kan Legon for how I share Saturday so much akwa na oyo hu omo I mean ka create oko UPSC junction so a hostel kese bo
na me pese meka kwa
opposite presec counselor Friday do draw crowd there as a school crowd 77 ya jaw mo so mo kobo omo anya omo anye areho omo chira kwa hu bebre from home to
asan panifon na fa wo
ye kan no
nya krabon ya panyin fa wo
wan ko gina ho a ho na school ya se kono hostel no ho na wo
na wan twamu a sasem bi ama
na se fo ba mi ko mi fi ama me fa ho
once upon a time, I think last 2 years, I be the Pele Junction also. So Moti say police for call Kochichi for station some one now. Police half of them were students.
Then not Charlie.
Half of them were students. Madam Fubu or
Pantan Junction.
I mean, because Madam Fubu or pharmacists or more pharmacists were around UPSO. And advice of mine said Perry. So over 4 bar men for any UPS or schools also around. And I'm saying they will say all the ladies are infectious. Infection.
Yo.
Because of what pharmacy infection every day.
Yo.
Okay, I'm saying like serious.
Yo. We see.
Inti sa ayina ba out na metie no na enya me nwanwa bebre. Enya me nwanwa bebre. Because me ma ba we bia ne ma me madamfo. O call Legon. a drone you may be a car for a befa grand DP. Ni mamma cross or corn grown one crown.
Yo. Me mami.
Or car crown someone to a connect with you.
Me mami that's na school ho. Action when he came.
Sit down, Sir Councillor. Yeah, and I'm on me because time no different from an age.
Bibia is
or car crown
Bibia is a bra. Yeah, yes,
or car crown 1, 2, 3.
Sister. Opa, me show me papa. Me fi eke wo ho. Me fi eke wo ho. I did them. Yo. Opa pa wan kasa wanim. O mami an kasa wanim.
Yeah, tete soja for tete o.
That's the kasa wanim. Yeah, tete ni different.
O dwane wo fie. O dwane wo fie.
No, no fie. Ma me kasa.
Wow.
Minya 16 years 18 kwam dwara monto ma moto mfu nwi nyina ya bo mi asem mi dware baafo.
Ayo.
That time because some of them say normal. That time now I said he has
me di 15. Meaning the friend say etwe. Akoti buru.
And then also social media and the phone now are exposing crime too much.
Now why the top phone no man kwala no?
Weekend we go Kumasi Councillor and grant to feel we be money na mo. Omo to kan pan and cry so mo wiase say so money na mo. So say
omo to kan wa ko hia.
There be area now so shen cry ya and grant to feel we be you. No mo so ma sro money na mo ho a. Omo chese mo so mo wiase me sure mo
SS. Any HIV. I'll get iPhone 17 Pro Max.
Area.
Me am a demi home. Samsung na meto.
Area.
I say ni mami tamodi 9 no. And not all Samsung and man. And the children I have to monitor my child. Oh, she has money. In your money, fair play.
Now, what I can't say, try to play.
Yet, Accra and Maya 15 to 24 university graduates are HIV positive, and we are quiet.
That's why Accra being one now.
Yes, see the highest. Hey, Accra. Now the can Obasono. Mind you, these are reported cases.
Yeah, reported here.
Those who have not reported, we don't know.
So they reported when cry or more call training now. We have some cover police from the mayor here.
And you know, almost hospitals in so ewo. Omo ba ye no ebi mo ba o ka che omo say results here abedi me hia ebusuani bi abel omba bi me HIV report of uncrophobia omo ba hospital bi e wo me ho Ghana the sremu enya manyo sremu HIV ba ye enye MPP for enye NDC for Ghana from kwala from age 15 to 24 a man a positive a man 65% of women and girls 15 to 24
you say no generation about them in just because last week say I can't remember me Janshi Yusuf now Michelle DB Accra also was a 22 as a 21 years so really low. Now after the channel I'm say belt in the come and no for let fan no for you and say no for almost running in our lip on open a share at Adina or they are share skin in Nibi. We want to be able to shame and shack lady and I'm finding times or quite also hospital and I'm so quite hospital so quite lab. And I'm sitting there while quite lab or say yam or one and yam from after VSS yam one is and I'm saying na lab no more can then a channel. Or someone can be no more ya now or come and pon no I could no be call a breed and next day or lab no be call breed is on man never cause it. No shilling them to my own time a false daily. I'm so what dress not in Namono. Me frame out. Na onu one to so no nkwa na te aware ne wagye na apartment. O ma bo so ne ma me te abri.
Yes.
I'm say, do you have a boyfriend? Say I have a boyfriend. O boyfriend how many years? So 22 years. O boyfriend here you about say, oh, my boyfriend drive Range Rover. My boyfriend drive Range Rover. Was sitting down. I'm say how? 24 years. I don't know what sitting down. Or say my boyfriend is a scammer. I know. Or I feel no better. Or as my girl catch him say, Abi our generation is different from time.
Or HIV positive.
No. On paper you
or HIV positive.
Now. And then she said, "There is no free boyfriend who could buy."
Or HIV.
And I'm like, seriously.
Or HIV positive.
And I'm seeing no clinical, me see no baby, okay, labo pantanjation.
Me see HIV positive.
And I'm seeing no.
HIV.
And I'm saying, all the way you call her clinic, no doctors now say nipa obe labo na obe describe on say. And also, don't see me to be a bad girl. And I'm not seeing you to be a bad girl, but your dressing, there will be able to be like a bad girl. And moreover. One rent to one apartment now what it? Oh my mate bring a what Accra. Oh boy 24 years also boy a Range Rover. Oh watch me videos on no crowd Okuta Range Rover not just or no driving at that. I'm say oh sir. I'm saying I say me mala cha me to me then I say eh feel baby na that better. I say on can win so better na
I'm afraid we say we fan.
Yes. So the one I'm quite when I who is no they are crying no fugo. No for no so cheap say benya and crano for the good.
Oba so no
Baby
ye.
Baby ne good akole. No na say kete na say eh. I was surprised. Chese no for no kra egu abonten nye say ano no pe na hu be egu abonten.
They say Pantan Junction. Omugo Uchumas.
Also near Tadibia, onim tadi bia decent bia ni tadi o shisha na say into national service or national service there be na or or person or be na or business be na photo just a story ready me came from the guy picking into a the the phone so the question about is that's your phone rest or say my phone rest or that and the phone rest or that and the phone rest.
This is how far we have come. 15 to 24 Ghanaian girls are HIV positive. The whole 15 were real GSS. Now, if GSS are called SS, our call university. 24 years, we're university, or national service, we're HIV positive. Or mine in Ghana for.
Because this stage, we are on a intimate problem as a mother in town. Nous avons stomach cancer and you also not see there be.
Monsieur
Philippine or see there be.
Monsieur Oboa.
But all the ones I can also those I can on Philippine.
Monsieur Oboa, HIV positive. We're D22, 24, or HIV positive. Okay. Mummy enjoy modernization here in brief you. Eya. Me who told me. Sure, I may cry, and yet mean to me move to read to go and discuss my topic. I've been here for 3 hours. And then you won't buy entity one. A client dachi. So I show baby. Now all fee invest your fee 24 years with HIV positive. I could have been 20. We didn't know basa. Any day. Hey. And yet it's a born in the demand. No. Any and yet it's a born. Hey, yeah. I'm who you're mobile. Well, my comedy. Mama Casa will be a year do. Apostle go Joseph. We are willing to maintain a year be a woman and call uncle. Only then, and you're a man of the way. And I was sitting man in that. Obey we have a casana. You shall focus you with him. Now, Oba. Papa, na actually, nyansa wukuru. The Bible is saying, And a lumba wa born and sanyum bebre. One ye BBC. A fan will. Then he is Papa yi will away a detail. Some are born in natural. Watch any pepe. How self point and dear. Yes, baby. Someone say one is state barrier. I see on pill. Or can't walk, which is state barrier. Watch the busampany said the banning your busampany. And man, you know what we are seeing now for boony idiom. I come from. I ain't babema. See your kind. Or see ne japa dear old Jawasa see so. Ne mama pet. I much your saffo. Ne one quine. Say, Mutrano. Hey! Coca-Cola papa na send me be new. Let's see me every papa way. Or send ne mama pet. Tina say ne baba. Eko wari opa. Oni hu kwan so obeje ne papa japade we ni ntetiaba enti ne mamma pe na beto akristo asafo no so e beto akantanka automobile so enti ye mfra wo safo a oni chefa e wo grandfather property nsi bibi so this alleged to ko ye na konfre wu yanka e chire ye be kan will ya e be fa hin o ma adwo asafo ne de ba o yine fim e ma ne mekasa de ordinary de o de benkum ne age e japade de japeye na o che mpa bo ne se obi nto honorable adwasafo fo se ne papa eja na chi yi mema na chi nya basa Lumba all time musician bia antonyum se Lumba tie well, if you say he has sidelined his daughters, that's not true. Ayuasafo had a portion. All the siblings had their portion. But he says his acquired legacy can only be occupied by a safo. Agree. Senabe anya said dachi bi ai beni betina na komia so. Debi ensi. Senkrani bi baba danen ensi. So ye safo. Wa chichiri na busuya. When you friend bema. Adishan kesi wo. Papa no mesremu owale ya na. Owale ya na. Oso wale ya dia. Wan nebe yokuna. Ukuna. Kaise ya yabo abisa. Lumba yire penyi, ana lumba yire kafra. Mano ne fum ya. Lumba yire. Se, ukuna yeno, eye liposuction ana. Misreu. Apostle Kojo Safo. Ayimia. Wane we ukuna. Eja padien wacho. Mante yiri diwo. Emenye na nyebi. Enkrofo po a ede ne omuma ato onumpo wa momo japade. Ni maid servants or say out of the 60% a word ne jumu nyinenu or the 50% a man maid servants. Hey, my God. Now, aren't you him? Esikafo na mo kuro mu ano. Ebia mu sua bibia na. Ofori sapon we. Despite we. Father Dixon we. Kennedy Japon we. Kempon we. Chache we. Magda we. Akufado we. Kufuor we. Adokufo we. Ibrahim Mama we. Esikafo na maji dina maye japade na mo hin. Monfa a cue from this wheel. Supernatural wheel. Not as intelligent as we think he is not. He has brilliantly solved issues from his burial to his continuous legacy maintenance. Sikakwe be yi no wachire bebi a yemfa sika no fi na hwan ne ntua bebi be sie no ejapade nyina wache na mi mai nyanse mod yenhye ni papa a obetu yefupa papa eweli has it brought a closure to this unwanted rivalry between Honorable Adjua, the other siblings, and Akonfa? Is it a war zone? Is it a fight? Is it a beginning of what is about to start? Or is an end? After all this, can anybody challenge the will? By law, if you feel you have not been fairly treated, the Wills Act gives you the opportunity to challenge the will in the highest court of law. As we speak, the reading of the will, the revised one in 2022, the man has made his provision, his clarity, and whatever he owns, because a man will not live forever. Lumba wrote a song and said, "Man, we don't live forever." Why didn't he write away? Well, he's not alive for us to get the answers from him. But those of us who are alive, the laws in Ghana says at age 18, you can write a will. And you write a will because you have a property that is owned by you. You cannot write a will over your father's property. You cannot write a will over your mother's property. You only have the right, according to the Wills Act, to write a will based on your personal acquired property, not a spousal property. Men, What are we doing after this hard work? What are we doing after this hard work? What do you have to share? A word to the wise is enough. The things they have read in the will has given me confidence that it is possible to make it in life. My discussion today has not even taken shape, and I've done 3 hours already. I've done 3 hours, 20 minutes. My topic is between the husband and the wife, who enjoys more in marriage? In the design of God, man was lonely. Man was not in the mood that God created man to enjoy his presence at Eden. So, if he realized that the loneliness of man must be quenched by a feminine contact, then God created for the man a female that became a wife, Eve. Out of it, a husband and a wife were established. Question is, with these that God did for the man, does it solve the issue of what we always will call who must enjoy the more in the marriage? Is it a man or is it a woman? If the man was lonely without a wife, and God comes to create a wife to quench the loneliness of a man, then when a man marries, his loneliness is gone. His sadness is gone. His wailing is gone. Then when a man marries, his happiness is complete. So between the husband and the wife, who enjoys more in marriage? Somebody may ask, what is my definition of enjoy more? What do I mean by saying you enjoy more? Marriage is not about endurance. Marriage is about thinking of somebody that you want to invest in. Marriage is about finding yourself with a woman who believes in your unquestionable obedience, who believes in what you say she will do, even if it sounds deadly. Marriage is about a husband who is lifeless to give you his life. Whatever you need, he will supply it. Not because of anything, because he's your husband. Same way you find a wife who gives you respect. Not because of anything, but because you respect him. I don't know who enjoys the more, but God realized the loneliness of man and brought the woman. So the position of the woman in the life of the man, who must enjoy the more? Should the wife do? Or it should be the husband who was lonely and found a wife? Is it true that when you find a wife, your loneliness is quenched? Is it true that once you have a wife, all things being equal, you are okay? Who enjoys the more? Are you thinking about sexual intercourse? Who enjoys the more? Is it a husband Is it a wife? What are the factors that makes one enjoy marriage? Is marriage enjoyable? When you are single, how happy are you as compared when you're married? When you're married without children, how exciting are you as fresh, growing couples? If you end up becoming a wife and a husband, how enjoyable is your life? Is it true that people are saying that singleness is more sweeter than doubleness? But if you're not single, how will you can double? Is it a freedom that is sat upon that makes you sad not to enjoy the marriage? Are you enduring your marriage or enjoying your marriage? Is there anything specifically a wife must do to enjoy marriage? Is there anything a husband must do to enjoy marriage? Can you enjoy marriage? Is marriage enjoyable in any way? I hear a lot of people saying that marriage is work. Marriage is work. Marriage is work, but we don't know. Marriage is work. And that form, it is a whole work. Okay, I hear. So who employ you? And who will pay you? If it's work, what do we need to do so we enjoy the marriage? What we need to do that we can beat our chest and say, if it's not marriage, I wouldn't know where I would have been. If it's not marriage, I wouldn't know that this is how life is. So when we are talking about the life of anybody who wants to undergo the act of enjoyment in marriage, what do we tell the person? What is the first thing that will make you enjoy your marriage without the hassle and the stress? The first thing that you need to harmonize your marriage as a wife is one. They're waiting. Sorry. Sorry. But one of the things that I can give you for free that will cause your happiness to be whole in marriage is to establish a position in the line of duty where your respect is not reciprocal, where your love is not reciprocal. A situation where your life is sweeter than anybody around you. So for you to say the woman enjoys more than the man, well, maybe true, maybe a lie. Because God brought a man with a carrying of emptiness and created for the man the ability to, as it were, walk out. But the truth is, put yourself together, because it's likely that we might have this show after the 11th day that we are all facing. What am I saying? Both of them can enjoy. The onus lies on the woman to enjoy them more. Because a man's duty is to fix the woman. And if the woman loves by choice, she will want to fix the man. So in my final submission and estimation, I believe that the one that must enjoy in marriage should be the woman. That is where I want to end today. Are you excited in your marriage? Are you happy in your marriage? Are the happenings encouraging you in the marriage? Do you expect to be better, receptive than you are today? Kojo Safo has brought us the good news. We're expecting that his burial will be non-functional. Learn the truth the hard way. The will has settled the issue. Same here. If what we are doing today doesn't come up to make us but let there be a try. So finally, the joy comes from the wife, and we will demonstrate and live because you deserve to know the truth. So between a husband and a wife, who must be more? Who must enjoy the more? The only way you are supposed to get this issue is I want to rest my case here and say that between the husband and wife, the women enjoy more than the men. Because the men are hunters. They go out there to fend for food for the family. So if anybody will enjoy the more, it is ready. Thank you so much. I'm grateful you came. I'm grateful you came to learn something. Remember that the truth is the wife and the husband are not the same. But hopefully something good will come out of this. Take care of yourself very well and be the first thing is seek for love. And when you get love, your enjoyment will be sustained. I'm grateful. It's a wrap up. It's a good night. It's a laugh for our affair. It's a good thing to know that somebody else is watching you. Women enjoy more than men. If you don't believe, you can decide to look for me. Thank you.
Yana oka se ne yiri Florence Obinim. Na ne mane pe.
Ene na sorry ma.
Ene na sorry mba ene enye ne ye hu siesie. Na me writer bi se, yesi o say ne yiri ne be ye okuna nti on to me involving itself. I don't know so no kan. And Lord God said, let us make man in our own image, in our likeness. A man represents God on earth. The handsome man on this wonderful Afromax t-shirt has a message for men, supported by all women in our part of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it is all about Afromax Plus. Afromax Plus is a supplement for men that helps you keep a good, healthy prostate. This supplement I'm talking about helps you to deal with optimization of blood circulation. The same thing helps you nourish your liver and your kidney as a man. It will fight your premature ejaculation, not forgetting improving a quality spermatozoa, and will combat for you your oxidation stress. All these are in this supplement called Afromax Plus. If you are a man and you want to live and live a prostrate-free life, I bring to you the message of hope. Call me now and order your Afromax Plus right now, either on a local line 0277 609 644. I repeat, 0277 609 644. You can call me on WhatsApp. You can send me a message on WhatsApp, and immediately I'll respond to send you your order immediately. Or if you also find yourself in America, 862-215-2007. You can WhatsApp, or better still, 202-412-5332. All these numbers will assist you to order in any parts of the world. Remember, for a healthy, prostrate-free life, go for Afromax Plus. Afromax Plus. A man needs a second chance. Thank you.
I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Inti se wo pe eye ginger chips a me pa wo chow. Se enye mape ginger chips dia. And then I worry. And it is some say ye were in powdered form like this. Inti se wo you be pick green tea to send me me green tea and me be egum. Na se me pese me munch on something so any me sakanwa na marry. Would you win share no? Google about a ginger and you see the health benefit of ginger. But need just some say the organic honey and our kahu and I yet mape ginger chips myself. So America, it comes in a pouch like this. Into more American yina mubiti me afre
862-215-2007.
Good. Ofra you be deliver get your more kama. So we Ghana so me patch ofre
0277 609 644.
mape ginger chips dear OBA here. I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Ain't it se wo pe eye ginger chips a me pa wo chow. Se enye mape ginger chips dia. And then I worry. And it is some say ye were in powdered form like this. Ain't it se wo you be pick green tea to send me me green tea and me be egum. Na se me pese me munch on something so any me sakanwa na marry. Would you win share no? Google about a ginger and you see the health benefit of ginger. But need just some say the organic honey and our kahu and I yet mape ginger chips myself. So America.
Yare yo, yare yes. Obi benya one fi yare. Yamfa yare nso nya nipa. Sichire yare ni no. Sickness can determine the last straw of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved ones, supporters of our foundation, the CL Foundation for Health, Diabetes and Asthma and Cerebral Palsy. We are knocking at your doors, knocking at your pocket, knocking at your emotions. Support me and my team to support people living with diabetes, asthma and cerebral palsy. Your donations are welcome on 862-215-2007. Your Zelle 862-215-2007. MTN Ghana numbers 055 000 5077 055 000 5077. It is the MTN number. CL Foundation for Health and Support. Help us with the diabetes equipment, glucometers, wheelchairs, old clothing, new clothing, financial support, and let's give it to the needy. Thank you for your support.